Derek Prince was popular in the early 90s, and he said that he didn't recognize America from the 70s when he became an American, and neither did his wife recognize it. I don't know whether he is some sort of a practicing witch, because his book Blessing and Curse is kind of like cursing and blessing, but he's quoting a lot from the Apostle Paul. But I am just re-looking at this entire Bible thing, because he said those who commit fornication will not enter the kingdom of God, and Paul had a long list, like angry outbursts will not enter the kingdom of God. I'm looking at this right here. Minute 1:19:33. This is just from my records, but Jesus had an angry outburst. So you see, so Sherry Schreiner said that Paul and Jesus have two totally different gospels, and Paul is taking us right back into the law by giving a long list of who will not enter the kingdom of God, and I think giving Christians or human beings a complex once again, because they don't need to be told what is wrong, except for in the Ten Commandments and also in the Sermon on the Mount, that Jesus already said, if you commit adultery, that's one thing, but I say, if you even want to commit adultery, you've already committed adultery. People know what that is. That's cheating on somebody. And societies have their own protective mechanisms about fornication, how it's shunned. Just women themselves and the diseases that come with fornication should be enough measures. The culture itself should, in a way, go, no, that's not good. You commitment is important, and what you invest into the relationship and so on. These should be self-evident. But when Apostle Paul, like Derek Prince is saying, don't do this, don't do that, all these kinds of people will not enter the kingdom of God. No wonder Christianity became incredibly brittle by the time of the 90s. And I can see that in the 90s it was everything. Like, you look at this little old lady, I saw her talking about the old preacher. Listen to that old preacher, man. He preached this Sermon on the Mount. There's a cute thing about this little old lady singing the old preacher sung it or something. It was all about Jesus' words. But what happened was in the 80s, and when the Satanism came in and then it got swept under the rug after the satanic panic, then Apostle Paul is the only thing being preached in the Christianity. And it started to create such a brittleness in Christianity. There was no flexibility anymore, and no life. And even Derek Prince is quoting Paul, but at the same time he's saying everything is bad. Well, yeah, you're not going to get any better if you keep on quoting Paul, because Jesus is the gospel. Jesus said it all. Scriptures is not Apostle Paul. He came in later. He's not one of the 12. Matthias replaced Judas, and they did it on purpose. There were 12. And there's many records that were lost, destroyed, and destroyed because Paul came in along with the Catholic Church.